Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash at the garage, where badge hype gets tossed in the glove box, spec sheet worship gets left at the showroom door, and what we're left with is raw, real-world driving truth. If you're new here, buckle up, as this is your pit stop for no-nonsense car reviews that actually matter to people who drive, not just talk. Exterior. Today, we're tackling a heavyweight at the 2026 Toyota Tundra, a truck that has never tried to be everything to everyone but instead, doubles down on what it's built for: being tough, being capable, and being just refined enough to not beat you up on your daily commute. Let's start with the way this thing hits you when you see it in person. The front fascia of the 2026 Tundra is all muscle and menace. Toyota has gone full Thor's hammer with the design, as the massive grille dominates the face, bordered by thick LED signature lighting that now integrates sequential turn signals. Whether you go for the TRD Pro, Platinum, or the capstone trim, the Tundra screams presence. There's nothing subtle about it. Even the base model has that chunky, squared-off look that says, "Yeah, I tow boats on weekends." The hood has subtle sculpting that leads your eye across the broad front end, and depending on the trim, you'll get color-matched bumpers, gloss black accents, or even bronze-finished TRD wheels that look killer with the new earth tone color palette Toyota's pushing this year. Parking this beast in a tight space is still a gamble, but that's not why you buy a Tundra, and frankly, Toyota knows that. Swing around the side and the proportions hit you again. The 2026 model keeps the double wishbone front and multi-linked rear suspension setup from the previous gen, but with some fine-tuning that we'll talk about in the drive section. You've got 18s on the senior, all the way up to 22-inch alloys on the capstone, and yes, those massive wheels fill the arches perfectly. Side steps are integrated neatly, door handles are beefed up, and those optional power running boards that slide out when the door opens, slick. Toyota also gives you the choice between the Crew Max and double cab configurations, and honestly, the Crew Max looks better proportioned, especially with the longer 6.5-foot bed. Around back, the rear design is clean but still unmistakably Tundra. The tailgate is lighter thanks to aluminum construction and now features an available electric release from the key fob. Taillights are slimmer and more sculpted, but they still have that vertical orientation that makes them easily identifiable at night. There's also a step integrated into the bumper that makes bed access easier, although if you're coming from a Ford F-150 with the tailgate ladder, Toyota's solution still feels a bit basic. That said, the composite bed continues to impress, and no bed liner needed, and it's strong enough to resist dents and rust. Plus, the LED lighting and available 400 watts AC power outlet in the bed make it feel like a mobile workstation. Interior. Now, let's climb inside. This is where the Tundra makes the biggest leap compared to its pre-2022 versions. And in 2026, Toyota has refined it even further. Right away, you're hit with a cabin that feels durable, yet smartly designed. The dash has a wide, horizontal layout with strong lines and a mix of materials depending on trim: soft touch plastics, metal inlays, and even walnut or leather accents if you're in the higher trims. The new ice edge and saddle tan color combos are a nice touch, giving the truck a more upscale vibe. That 14-inch touchscreen is standard on most trims now, and Toyota's new interface is actually usable: quick, responsive, with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto baked in. And yes, they finally fixed the lag and voice command quirks. The driver gets a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster in the higher trims, while base models still get analog dials flanked by a 7-inch mid. Either way, it gives you all the info you need: tow mode data, tire pressures, trailer lights check, the works. The seats are broad, supportive, and available with both heating and ventilation. In the capstone model, you get semi-aniline leather and acoustic glass that noticeably cuts cabin noise. Rear seat passengers in the Crew Max have limo-like legroom and get their own USB-C ports, cup holders, and vac vents. Storage is well thought out: a big center console, deep door pockets, and under-seat storage in the rear. Toyota clearly benchmarked the Ram 1500's interior when redoing this cabin, and it shows. Performance alright, enough lounging around. How does the 2026 Tundra drive? Here's the deal. Toyota retired the V8 a while back, and in its place is a twin-turbocharged 3.5-liter V6. It sounds like a downgrade on paper, but it absolutely isn't. The i-Force engine produces 389 horsepower and 479 pounds-feet of torque. If you opt for the i-Force Max Hybrid A, which pairs that same V6 with a motor generator and a battery pack, you're looking at a combined 437 horsepower and a monstrous 583 pounds-feet of torque. That power gets channeled through a 10-speed automatic transmission that's being retuned for smoother shifts in 2026. And it shows. Acceleration is effortless, towing feels rock solid. And speaking of towing, the Tundra can now haul up to 12,000 pounds, depending on configuration. Payload, right around 1,940 pounds. There's a tow/haul plus mode that adjusts throttle mapping, transmission behavior, and even activates a trailer brake controller if you've got it equipped. The ride quality is leagues better than older Tundras thanks to that rear coil spring suspension. Even when unloaded, the ride feels planted and far less jittery than what you'd get in a leaf spring setup. Add adaptive dampers into the mix on higher trims, and you've got a truck that doesn't punish you on imperfect roads. Off-road trims like the TRD Pro add upgraded shocks, underbody skid plates, a locking rear diff, and crawl control for low-speed rock crawling. And yes, it all actually works, not just brochure fluff. Fuel economy? If you're going hybrid, you're looking at around 20 mpg city and 24 mpg highway. Not class-leading, but respectable for the power and size. The non-hybrid versions sit a little lower, especially if you go 4x4. And now let's talk money, because that's always the elephant in the truck bed. The 2026 Toyota Tundra starts around $41,000 for the Bass Senior trim. Move up to the Limited and you're hovering near $55,000. The TRD Pro will set you back about $70,000, and the fully loaded capstone, you're looking at $78,000 plus. Yeah, that's premium territory, but Toyota is banking on quality, capability, and long-term reliability to justify that sticker. So, where does the 2026 Tundra land in the world of full-size trucks? It's not trying to be the plushest. A Ram still holds that crown. It's not the absolute workhorse either, and the Super Duty and HD trucks win there. But the Tundra nails the middle ground. It's dependable, modern, powerful, and finally refined enough to compete toe-to-toe with the big three without just being the reliable alternative. If you're someone who wants a full-size truck that won't fall apart in 5 years, can tow like a beast, and won't have you cursing every bump in the road, the 2026 Toyota Tundra deserves a serious look. And that wraps it up for today's review. If this video helped you get a better feel for what the new Tundra is all about, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Car Flash for more straight-shooting, hype-free car reviews. Whether it's trucks, EVs, or under-the-radar gems, we drive it, test it, and bring you the real story. I'm out, but you know the drill. Drive hard, drive smart. See you in the next one.